morning and welcome to News 27. I'm Faith Stevens, your anchor woman. The weather outside today is rainy and miserable.
Ring, 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 ring.
Hello? What's that? Breaking news! C.S. Lewis and some of his companions have come back and they're trying to tell the world about the life of C.S. Lewis and the man he was. Now to you, Ashley, with the leading story. Thank you, Faith. Now here with me today, I have C.S. Lewis's deceased wife, Joy Gresham, who's coming to discuss her marriage with the famous C.S. Lewis. There you are, Joy.
Hi, how are you?
How's your day been so far?
It's been pretty great, you know. Coming back is pretty cool.
And coming back to life, yeah, I feel like it'd be a cool experience.
Yeah.
Now, tell me about, just generally what your relationship was like with him.
Well, when I first met C.S. Lewis, I was an atheist. Well, I hadn't really met him yet. I was an atheist, and I started reading some of his works. And so I emailed him, and we had argued about just what it is to like God and who it is. And because of my arguments with him, I became a Christian. And so that was really cool how he brought me to Christ. And when I moved to England with my boys, I had just been divorced, and so the people were trying to kick me out of England because I didn't have a citizenship there. So because of that, C.S. Lewis was trying to help me, and so he married me just in a civil relationship to keep me and my sons in England. And after that, I got cancer, and it was really tough, but C.S. Lewis was always there with me, and then we realized how much we loved each other, so then we married in a religious ceremony, so that was really cool. And then he just always stayed with me through my cancer. And then I actually went in remission, but then I came back. Then it came back, and then I died. But, yeah. So he was always with me through the hardships, and I'm so very thankful that he was my husband.
That is wonderful. Thank you, Joy.
You're welcome.
I need to catch up with one of C.S. Lewis's students, but she's on the run. So come on, Dad. Hello.
Hi.
Were you a student of C.S. Lewis by chance?
Yes, I was.
You were. What is your name?
My name is Samantha.
All right. Nice to meet you, Samantha. Now, where exactly did you meet C.S. Lewis?
I met him at Oxford. He was my teacher.
All right. So, did you take his Renaissance literature and medieval literature class?
Yes, I did. He was really good, but sometimes he was kind of hard, but I'm glad it paid off because I love school.
Oh, good. Now, I heard that he wrote a piece on 16th century English literature. Did you read that?
Yes. He read it out to us, just kind of an inspiration thing to us, and it really inspired me. So actually, I'm working on a piece trying to go off of it, but it'll never meet his expectations.
All right. Now, so what were your thoughts on his apologetics and how he presented those through books and things like that?
Well, I thought it was really cool. He really influenced me to really dig deeper into just the faith in Christ and just look deeper into my religion and just want to expand on that.
Oh, that's very nice. So I heard he wrote the Chronicles of Narnia. How did he present that as a teacher?
Well, I did not know him when he wrote that, but when I did hear about them, I was very amazed because, they are so popular, and I was like, oh my word, my teacher wrote those, and that was just really cool for me to be able to know the teacher that wrote that was my teacher, and it was just really cool and humbling experience.
Now, one last question. Have you had a chance to go visit the C.S. Lewis College that was dedicated to him?
I have not, but I'm planning on going this summer. So I'm probably bringing a couple of old gal pals. And I'm so excited about that. I don't even know how to use words to express that. Just that he has a college and I was just one of his first students. That just amazes me. I just get a little giddy thinking about it. I'm sorry.
It's nice to meet you, Samantha.
Thank you. You too.
Hello there. I'm Ashley, and we're in the gym today to meet one of C.S. Lewis's stepsons. Excuse me, sir. Do you know him? Oh, hello. Are you Douglas?
Yes, I'm Douglas.
You are?
Yeah, C.S. Lewis knows my father. I heard you're doing an interview about us.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Thank you very much for taking time to meet me here.
No problem. I come to the gym a lot, so, it's no big deal.
Alright, so when exactly did C.S. Lewis adopt you and your brother? David was his name?
Yes. We were adopted by Jack, as I like to call him, C.S. Lewis Feathers. He adopted us after my mother's death of cancer. It was really tragic, but the fact that Jack just swooped in and just like took care of me and David, it was really cool just how I just like want to live up to him, because through that hard, dark time in my life, he just swooped us up and he was there for us. He was a constant rock.
Alright, that's nice. And I have other questions for you. How did he treat you and your brother?
Well, it was kind of a cool relationship because he was really like our close friend, but also he would provide us with discipline and just who we needed to be. He was a man of God, and he just helped us learn to be like him, but in the most humbling way.
Alright, how do you relate to him? How do you...
I just relate to him because, well, I don't relate to him as much as I would want to, because he was the most amazing father figure that I could have ever asked for. And he was just really cool, and that's why I wrote the book Jack's Life. It's just a book about how me and him are so close and just what all he did for me. And I'm just really thankful for what he did. I don't know what that commotion is over there. I'm sorry. I think, some of these gym people sometimes get angry. But he was just a really cool experience for us, and I'm just so thankful he's my father.
Alright, well, thank you for agreeing with me today, Douglas.
You're welcome. Anytime for you, Ashley.
Thank you. Alright, guys, it's Ashley, and I'm back. I'm about to introduce J.R.R. Tolkien and C.S. Lewis for the first time in a long time. If they don't know it yet, hold on 1 minute. Excuse me, Mr. Lewis.
Yes. I haven't seen you in so long. Oh my goodness, it's just so great to see you. Oh, this is my best friend right here. Oh, so happy.
It's such a heartwarming story.
Oh my goodness, I haven't seen you. Oh, this is so great.
Alright, now I have a couple questions for y'all, if you don't mind.
No, not at all.
How would you describe your friendship?
Well, you take it.
I just feel like we really shaped each other into who we are today. As before Lewis was a Christian, I kind of brought him back to the faith. So I feel like just us being good friends inspired each other's writings and everything. It was amazing.
And I'm just really thankful for him, because since I had such a dark past and since I was an atheist, he really brought the light to me. He kept hammering me about the Christian faith, and I just would not be where I am today without him. I wouldn't have been in the faith. I wouldn't have been able to write all these books. And so I'm just really thankful for him and just who he is to me.
For you.
So you were both a part of the Inklings, correct?
No, actually that was just me. I was just in the literary group called the Inklings, and it was just a really cool experience. I got to meet a lot of cool people. We helped shape each other's writing works, and it was just really cool. But I did get a lot of help from Tolkien, and he just helped me with my literary works, and we kind of went off each other. So we have a lot of similarities just because we were best friends, and yeah.
Now, is there anything else y'all would like to say about your friendship before we close this cover meeting?
Well, I also think that most of C.S. Lewis and Jack's friends were authors, and it was a good thing because we got to critique each other, and some of the arguments we had helped shape.
Yeah, even though sometimes we would argue, we just kept battling each other, and we just ended up keep bringing ourselves closer to the faith. And I just had a lot of other friends, my wife was really close to me, and just a lot of other literary persons, but Tolkien was honestly my best friend, and I don't know where I'd be without him.
Well, I feel like Lewis really cared for all of his friends too, and I'm very thankful that he is my friend.
Alright. Well, thank you, and it's great to
Best
see you
friends.
two get together.
Thank you. Thank you, Ashley.
I'm
for this
Ashley
wonderful
from
moment.
News 27 News.
Have you ever been so thirsty you thought you just might die?
Heart rate and time. I'm so thirsty, I just die. Thank goodness for the technology to hold my water and keep me cool. Now, keeping it cool.
Since 1994.
Alright, it's Ashley again. It's a great honor to be sitting here today with the wonderful C.S. Lewis, who happened to come back to life and agreed to meet with me in our studio and share a few details about his faith and how it came to be. Now, C.S. Lewis, how did your walk with the Lord begin?
Well, I was born into a family of Protestants, and at age 9, my mother sadly died. It was really hard for my family, and I just really became doubting my faith. It was hard for just my father and for me, and I just didn't know what to do, and I just became doubting God, and it was just really hard. At age 12, I went to an unorthodox boarding school, and that's when I really started to doubt Christ. I just didn't feel His presence there, and I just started to doubt Him. I became an atheist for 30 years. I sent out trying to prove that God wasn't real. I just did not believe Him. I didn't feel His exist. I was just in a bad time in my life. And then I went to teach at Oxford. There I started to study Christianity, and I became friends with some Christian people, including J.R.R. Tolkien, and he really challenged my faith. And just speaking with him and speaking with other just smart Christians, and it just really helped me become the Christian I am today. And although I was such a hardcore atheist, it was almost like just the light was shown on me again, and I just became a very strong Christian. And after that, then I just became studying Christianity, and I started writing a lot of books. I wrote 25 Christian books, and they were sold millions all over the world. And I started a charity for just orphans and families and churches. It was just a big charity, just basically for anyone who's in need. I just knew that my life was just to give to others, and so it was just really a cool experience. And many people actually did disapprove of my works and my beliefs, but that didn't stop me because I know what I believe and I know what to believe is true. And so I'm going to set out and trying to help other people know the truth.
That's such a wonderful story.
Thank you.
Now, looking at the success of how your books have gone on, even after your death, like, what does it make you think with the movies and various things that have come out?
Well, that is just very cool for me because, like, just me just writing just because I wanted to is now influencing so many people, and they're creating movies, and it's just really cool to come back and now see all the footsteps that I have left and that I have created just because of my faith. And so I just am so thankful for everyone who helps me become to my Christian faith and just didn't stop helping me. Even when I was an atheist, they didn't stop hounding me about my faith, and I'm just so thankful for the people that helped me be where I am today.
Now this is just a question out of curiosity. There's a little controversy on who the character of Aslan is in your one of your books. How would you describe Aslan?
Well, I would describe Aslan as a God figure. It's a story that represents other things. Like, Aslan does represent God in our lives. He is the all-powerful king. He created us, and he is who we should look to. The White Witch does reflect a Satan character. She is constantly trying to tempt us to bring us away from Aslan, from God. And then Edmund represents the sinners in all of us. He was distracted by temptation, such as Turkish delight in this case. He was distracted, and because of that, he made some poor decisions. But through his faith and through his love of Aslan, Aslan did come and he sacrificed himself for Edmund's blood, and just how Jesus Christ did for us. He came and sacrificed for all of our sins. So some people might just find it a story, but if you look into it, there is a true deeper meaning, and I'm so glad that so many people have read it, and there's so many movies, so people are going to understand how I was writing it to be.
All right, well, thank you, C.S. Lewis. It was nice to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you, Ashley. And that's all the time we have for today for these breathtaking stories on C.S. Lewis. I'll see you next time on News 27.